Hello everyone, today I'm going to do two book reviews of two books that are by the same author, that author being someone called Sally Emerson. I'm going to review Firechild, which came out in the late 80s, and then Heat by Sally Emerson, which came out in the late 90s. And I've spoken about Heat before on the channel. So I'm going to start off with Firechild because this is my most recent read from her. And this is set in diary entry form, and it's between two people called Martin and Tessa. At the beginning of the book, they don't know each other. Also, can I just say there are going to be no spoilers in this video at all. I'm just going to do plots of the books and then tell you why I love them and why you should read them, because I absolutely adored both books. But okay, so we've got Tessa and Martin. They're in their early 20s, they don't know each other, and then all of a sudden they meet, and they both have stuff that they've done in their past which is bad. They love chaos, they love danger, they always have, and in their diary entry forms we get to know about their pasts and bad things that they've done in their past and how they've manipulated people and done tragic things to other people. So when it starts, they are living very dull, boring lives, and they're almost a bit afraid of themselves, and they're hiding themselves away because they know that they just love chaos and anarchy, and so they're trying to not do anything like that. So they think, if I just go to work, come home, live a very boring life, don't socialise with anyone, then nothing bad can happen. And then one day Martin and Tessa meet and they start a relationship. And they really let themselves go into the world of chaos. But throughout the book, you're finding out what they've done in their past and how things started for them. So it doesn't just talk about the events that they've done before, it goes into before that event, when they knew they had the ability to manipulate people and they were very charismatic or very beautiful, and what it was that led them to that chaos. And then in present day, what they're doing that's very chaotic with each other. And then there's also a bit in it where someone else, you hear from their point of view as well. I thought it was so good. I have just finished reading this a few days ago, and I just think it's such an interesting book about human nature, and about, I'm not one of these people that's like into chaos or danger or anything like that at all, but it's kind of from the mindset of someone who likes causing trouble, maybe as a child caused a lot of trouble, and who really gets a kick out of manipulating people, what it must feel like for them and how they're trying to restrain it, and then they just let it all go. I thought this was a really interesting, odd, very odd book. There are some really odd moments within it, but I thought it was really, really good. And so Heat is the other book that I have read from Sally Emerson, and this is about a woman. She's started a new life, she's got a husband, a child, and her ex-boyfriend starts showing up everywhere that she is, and everyone's saying to her, you know, he's just working here, there's nothing wrong with that, but her intuition is telling her there's something wrong with him. He's stalking her down, he's trying to ruin her new life, he's trying to ruin her relationship with her husband. There's something really odd, and then it flashes back to her relationship with him. This was a really interesting book. It's really about kind of trusting your instincts, but how everyone else around you can make you feel like you're going mad and you're the only person that knows something about someone. And I tabbed so many moments, can you see? So many moments I tabbed, because I thought the writing was just so beautiful to do with human nature, like this one. We humans think we have such control over our lives, but really we are too ruled more by instinct than intellect. The smell of an old lover, the look in someone's eyes, the need to rest, sleep, have sex, have a baby. And it is very much, this book is about trust your instinct, but it's so good because she doesn't trust her instinct. She's very much being gaslit throughout the whole entire book, and she doesn't trust her instinct, and everyone's telling her, like, don't be mad, why would he come all this way to stalk you down and to ruin your life? And this isn't a spoiler anyway, very early on, that's like the theme of the book, is everyone saying to her, like, he's just harmless, he's not doing anything wrong to you. But then she's flashing back to bits in their relationship and his true character, and so you as the reader want to scream at everyone like, stop telling her she's mad, stop telling her she doesn't know what she thinks. It's such a good book. Really did enjoy this as well, and I think I enjoyed both of these equally. They were both really great books. They're both were quite quick to read as well. I am a very slow reader. I think it's because of my dyslexia, I just reread things a lot and I'm very slow, but with both these books I flew through them. I absolutely adored both of them. Tell me if you have read any Sally Emerson, if you've ever heard of her before, or her books. These are new editions of her books. They've obviously reprinted the covers of them, but tell me if you have read any Sally Emerson. But I thought I would just do a whole video talking about her because the 2 books that I've read from her have been absolutely fantastic. And often when I read a book from someone and I really like the book, sorry my shrug's going everywhere, I knitted this, by the way, you might have seen this in some of my vlogs. I was knitting like a big shrug. I've put it together with a brooch on the front, but it's like a shrug. It's a bit more Lord of the Rings than what I thought. I thought it was going to be like this really stylish shrug, but it does look a little bit like Frodo's cape. Anyway, often when I read a book from someone and I really like the book, I'll read another book from them and I'm just not as keen and I don't get the same kind of feeling towards their books, and I'm like, that's okay. But with both of them, I've really enjoyed. I think she gets the fast-paced thriller really well, and also it's all about human nature, the book. So there may not be a lot happening in the plot at that time, but it's about someone trying to like work out other people and are they dangerous, are they not? And then obviously in Firechild, it's from the dangerous person's point of view. Very different books, because Heat is about this woman who she hasn't done anything wrong and she thinks this man's trying to ruin her life and she can't work out why he's doing it, so she's the victim. Whereas in Firechild, it's from 2 people's point of view who they victimise other people, and they always have since they were children. It goes into that and it goes into their mindset. Why do they do this? What is it? And it's the thrill, it's the kick of like conquering someone, controlling someone, like taking over someone's free will and really manipulating their situation. It's a game to them as well. Oh, they're such good books. I really enjoyed both of these. I thought they were really good. Firechild was odd. There was some odd scenes, some oddness, but I still really enjoyed it. Both of these books would make fantastic films, fantastic thrillers. I don't know why they haven't been turned into thrillers before, because Firechild came out in the 80s and Heat came out in the late 90s. I don't know why they haven't been turned into films, but I really loved both of them. So if you're looking for a really good thriller, that it has a great plot and it has a lot of things going on, but it also has a lot of insightful things about life, about human nature, also within it beautifully written passages. Oh, Firechild, the way she entwined autumn into this book was amazing. So this is all set in September, just 1 month, September in England, which is autumn. And so when the book starts, she's talking about autumn in a really loving way and describing the leaves outside a window. And then by the end of the book, it's like fire. The autumn leaves are crumpled, they're dead, they're like ashes on the street, because the book's becoming more intense. She's entwining the weather into that intensity as well, and I loved that. I thought that was so clever, the way she just, the atmosphere she creates. Atmosphere, that's what I would say. Both these books have fantastic atmosphere and great characters. So I'm going to end this video here. Tell me if you have ever read any Sally Emerson, and I will see you again soon for another video.